start your show now, press 1. To hear important instructions, press 2. To start your show now, press 1. To hear important instructions, press 2. Your show now, press 1.
Since it appears you're calling back into a live show, we are reconnecting you now.
Testing 1 2 3. Is this sounding okay? Testing 1 2 3. YouTube, Facebook. Phone lines. Okay. Man. Wow. Jesus. Oh, God. What's up, people? How you doing? My name is Tim Black. Crap. I had a software issue. And it threw everything off. So I had to switch applications and do a bunch of stuff. But I hope we're okay. Let me check my comment sections on Facebook. I see I got my phone line people out there. I'm going to check everybody real quick, make sure everybody's good. So Facebook, are you okay? Facebook, are you okay, Facebook? What up, Deanna? Can you hear loud and clear? Thank you, Evan. Thank you, Walter. What's up, Angela? What's up, Shanna? Shireen, Kevin, Vasquez, Chaz, Tammy, Roderick, what up? Scott, Brian, did I miss anybody? I miss any of you guys? So we're good. Wolfpack. Now let me check YouTube. YouTube. We carry signs in the house. James, Roar, Sakama, Monique, Mickey H, Bose Einstein. My Wolfpack members are in the house. Wolfpack. What up, people? Brian Crosby and James and Monique. And Shiriletso, Joe Famous, Khan, Marcus the Villain, JoJo Famous, Corey, Just Add Water, DMV Black Lives in the house. Yes, sir. Diana M16. Bam, Kelly M. Jeremy Peters. Share it. We good here. Okay. All right, guys. So my bad, man. I usually would use OBS, but I also have XSplit. So guys, like when you have a problem, sometimes it's like where to start. I got so much shit running. It's ridiculous. Let me check the phone lines real quick. Let me go to my 707 number. Make sure they can hear me through the phones. 707. Let me just make sure you can hear through the phones. My friend, are you there? That connection sounds really bad, 707. Sounds real bad. 240. Can you hear me through the phone? 240. 240. Can you hear me? Uh-oh. 240.
Hello?
Can you hear me through the phone? 240?
Yes. Hello.
You hear me through the phone, right?
Yes.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. That's weird. Okay. All right, guys. Good night. See you later. Gotcha. All right. Be funny later, man. Get to the show. God, things are dark. Dark, dark, dark. Also a little delay, it feels like. All right, guys, so, what the hell? What's this thing doing? I don't know how old that is. Testing 1, 2, 3. What the hell? It says live, and I'm not seeing what I've got here now. Why is this playing? All right, I'm just going to have to trust that things are fine. This is crazy. There we go. Jesus. There we go. All right, we're good. We're good. That's it. All right, guys, so, all right. I got a couple things we're going to do tonight, okay? So this is Freedom Friday. Damn, I don't even have the number on this one. Oh, yes, I do. Hold on. Let's try this. Bam! Call-in number's right here, 319-527-6212 is the phone number you dial into. Before we do phone lines, though, I got a couple things. Usually on Fridays, guys, if you are new to the show, I do some news stories. I'm going to skip a monologue, go right to the news stories, so we get more time on the phones because it's technical difficulties. But this will be good. Got a couple good stories. Oh, did you hear the one about Donald Trump losing more than any other president's ever lost? Did you hear that one? Hey, look, guys, we really got to be careful with our hate for Joe Biden. I mean, last night I went biblical on Joe Biden's ass. But don't forget, Trump still sucks. Okay? Let's not forget that. And I'm not glad that Biden won, but I'm also not upset that Trump's leaving. I want them both gone. I got half my wish. Okay? So, I don't know what people think, man. Like, I got people that follow me say, I watch all your shows. Why are you talking bad about Trump? Trump is shit. Biden's shit. Trump is shit. You could have two bowel movements. Remember when you were young, you used to have them, like, often? They're both bowel movements is what I'm saying to you. So Donald Trump is losing and losing and more losing and more losing. And I wasn't going to talk much about it. But this whole thing in Texas, and I'm trying, like, at first I thought it was a joke. Okay? How do you go to Texas to try to get Texas to nullify election results in other states? Like, I know people think Texas is full of a bunch of badasses, but, you know, they're not that bad. I mean, come on. I mean, you know, Scarface and Willie D, the Ghetto Boys are from Texas, man, and them some bad boys, but, you know, Corn Pop was a bad boy. I understand that, you know, but come on, man, give me a break. So Donald Trump, his crack legal team, that have lost more cases, I don't know, than the Bad News Bears. Damn, that really aged myself, didn't I? People were like, what the hell is a Bad News Bear? It's a horrible baseball team, a fictional baseball team that lost all of its games until the very end they started to win. They were like 0 for 99 or something. That's Donald Trump's legal defense team. But it made no sense, guys. Like, explain. Like, I'm reading this stuff. Okay, here's the clip where this guy, Nick Ackerman, who worked on Watergate, he explains the recent failure of the Trump administration to get the Supreme Court and Texas Supreme Court to overturn election results in Michigan, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, and one other place, a swing state that I failed to remember the name of. Georgia, that's it. Here goes the clip.
But first, I want to get some legal analysis from Nick Ackerman. He is former assistant special Watergate prosecutor and a former assistant U.S. attorney for the Southern District of New York. Nick, my mouth getting ahead of myself. So let me just ask you where we are here, right? 2 cases shot down. by a unanimous court in a week.
Right.
So you got the Electoral College on Monday. Is this really game over here for the president, or does he have any chance left to try to mess it up?
He's got zero chance left. This was supposed to be the culmination of his return to the White House. This is something he's been plotting for months. It started months ago when he basically got all of his supporters to stay away from absentee ballots. He got the legislatures in Pennsylvania and Michigan to ensure that votes from absentee ballots couldn't be counted until after the election day. And then he used that. He used that in these papers before the Supreme Court to argue that the votes that were counted after 3 a.m. on election night somehow had to be fraudulent and phony votes from dead people because they just suddenly came in. Well, everybody knew where they came in. They came in from the absentee ballots that had to be counted after the election. This, he thought, would get him into the Supreme Court because he thinks that by appointing 3 people to the Supreme Court and having a so-called Republican or conservative majority on the court, that was going to do it for him, and that would keep him in because his view was he took care of them, he rubbed their backs, they're going to rub his back. The U.S. Supreme Court does not work that way. This is exactly what people thought was going to happen during Watergate. When Nixon was contesting his tapes, there were members of the Supreme Court, most of whom were appointed by Republicans, were as a conservative majority. It was unanimous again. They ordered him to turn over those tapes. The fact is that Supreme Court justices have a duty to the Constitution. They abide by the rule of law.
All right. So you get it. And that clip was low, but it's not me. It's a low clip. All the other clips are louder. I don't know how to turn up the volume on that clip because it was low. It's not my fault. But if you couldn't hear it, he said, Trump losing. Trump's a loser. and Trump doesn't like it. Nah, poor Trump. Look, guys, I think it's a fool's errand to try to get the election, man. Here's the deal, man. Trump supporters, they need to just accept it. The Democrats, they got you. You know, they got you. I had to accept that in the Democratic primary. They got me. You know, they got me. They got Bernie. They got him out the way. You know, I had to accept it. I was sore and bitter for a long time. I'll probably never lose that bitterness, you know? But that's the reality, and Trump supporters need to accept it, man. They're still walking around delusional thinking Trump's going to do something. What Trump's doing is, see, he wants to appear to fight this thing. He wants to fight it out because he wants to maintain his base. And he wants his base to think he went down with a fight. That's it. And according to Mr. Ackerman, what he says is that Trump planned this all out, man. He knew he was going to lose. So he told his voters, his supporters, not to vote via absent ballots, not to mail in their ballots, because he knew he was going to contest it. And he thought he'd win. He thought he could take this to court and win the presidency through the courts, basically. Have him throw it out, throw out the results, then go to our elected officials or whatever and have them basically hand it over to Donald Trump. But that's not what happened. Once again, I'm not a Biden supporter. I got to keep saying that because people are dim with it. They don't hear so well. I don't like Trump or Biden. They're not the same. But after what I mentioned yesterday about Mr. Brandon Bernard, how he was executed and Trump could have saved his life or at least kicked the can down the road and let Biden deal with it. Unprecedented that a president on his way out, the way out of office, lines up executions for 5 inmates. Unprecedented. It hasn't happened in 130 years that a lame duck president did that. So shut the hell up about Trump to me, man. Don't come to me with Trump's a good guy. He never was a good guy. Never was a good guy. No, nothing he's done has been good. It's not his fault we got a pandemic, but his response to it has been shit. If you're too dim with it to realize that, you don't want to accept it, hey, man. Hey, go with God. Back to this. This is a joke, and so is his personal lawyer, Rudy Giuliani. This guy is a fool. I mean, if you got Rudy on your side, you'd be better off not having him. Like if you got Rudy as a partner, you'd be better off playing by yourself. And we had guys like that sometimes in school who just couldn't play ball, and nobody wanted them on their team. That's Rudy. Rudy went on Newsmax and said the fight ain't over. We're still fighting this thing. We got other cases. They brought like 50 cases, and all the cases got broke. I think we need somebody else to handle the cases. Hire a better bartender or something, man. If you're dropping all those cases, you failed. Look, just accept it. He's failed. So get out of here, Trump. Pack your stuff, all your stuff. And doesn't Melania want to go home anyway? Let her go home. If she got any sense, she'll divorce you, take some money, and go live a regular life. That's what she should. That's exactly what she should do. She should get away from you as far as possible. Probably can't wait to get out. Well, that's story number one. And I don't feel bad about it. I don't feel bad about Trump losing. I don't feel bad about Trump losing these cases. Good. Because I want to fight Biden anyway. Let me fight Biden. I'll fight his ass. I'll go after him. I will call him out on everything that he does. And I actually prefer it this way, calling him out, because when I call Trump out, nobody cares. There's so many people going after Trump. It's like, oh, Wolfpack, we're going to have a good time, man. We're going to be standing up for our rights, standing up for our communities. It's going to be a ball. Second story is this. Now, this is kind of a little bit personal because I detest this person. Yeah, I really don't care for this person this story is about. And it's also timely because it's about an event that recently took place. An event that took place that we all watched, so a lot of people watched. A number of Americans watched it, and people, not just Americans, people all over the globe watched this thing happen. And they laughed, some cried, mostly laughed. Of course, I'm talking about Mike Tyson's fight. Hey, Mike Tyson and the other guy. That's bad. But no, seriously, man. Roy Jones is great. But I'm talking about the undercard with Nate Robinson and Logan Jack or Jack Logan or Jake Logan or Paul Logan. I don't know, man. The guy from YouTube with all the money. The white kid. With all the money. Well, there were some people who made some comments about it, okay? I made jokes. I laughed a little bit. Nate Robinson got knocked the hell out. But it was this clip right here I want to share with you because our friend Jamel Hill made a comment about this on her Vice show, her and Kerry. And I just want you to watch it, and I want to get your reaction, and then I'm going to give you my reaction. Here goes the clip. Took a long time to get to it, didn't it?
Real quick, because it looked like Nate was asleep before he ever even hit the canvas.
Yeah, I mean, this is what we train for. At the end of the day, boxing's a sport, and you train to win, and that's what I went in there and did, and I worked hard for this. And Nate is the one who called me out originally. So
I think he is frozen.
Hey, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you guys now.
Oh,
Sorry,
okay,
my
that's
Wi-Fi is unstable, like my relationship.
Okay, so let's start from the beginning.
Okay.
First and foremost, was it racist to knock a black man out? That is the question of the week.
No, stop asking me that. I said no.
It's not racist.
It's a shitty question. It's a sport.
Why is it a shitty question? Why is it a shitty question?
Because how does this have anything to do with race? It doesn't.
It's a fine question. We got to wake you up. You got to be a part of this conversation.
That's right.
It's like, because if you can go from,
He's looking at
if
you know what? He just hit himself harder than Nate Robinson ever hit him.
Yeah, if you can go from praise to fight.
All right. Yeah. This was a horrible segment. Like one of the worst segments I've probably seen in a while. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't watch a lot of whack shows. You know what I'm saying? I don't get off on that. I try to avoid them like the plague. But Jamel Hill and Curry person with that, it's a lot of hair. Beautiful ladies, horrible ideas, horrible sense of humor, horrible point of view, horrible jokes. No, look, never tell me that people get on TV due to merit. Whoever wrote this, and I'm assuming these two ladies wrote it, you are race baiting stupid ass. You know, Jamel Hill, I noticed you were very smiley and very upbeat and laughing because, you know, the YouTube guy knocked out little Nate Robinson. Nate Robinson knocked out Nate. Really funny to you. I almost didn't recognize you because you were so smiling. Because usually when you cover a story that has anything to do with black men, you look like this. But when it's a white guy, it's like, ha, 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 ha. He was funny. He said he had an unstable relationship. Now back to the stupid comments you made about a boxing match. The winner of the boxing match being racist. It's racist that a white guy beat a black guy. First of all, Nate Robinson's not a boxer, so he shouldn't even been in the ring. It takes a lot of heart to get in the ring, but also taking your life in your hands. He could have got hit wrong and really been hurt. Then it would have been so funny. But it's stupid, it's idiotic, it's pointless, it's moronic. It's a simpleton. You're a moron with, I don't know, to the 100,000th power, something like that, to make the correlation between racism and a boxing match. So if Nate Robinson would have knocked out Paul Logan or Logan Paul or this kid, would that have been racist? No. No. What it wasn't racist, Jamel. It was a damn farce. And Nate Robinson's lucky he's not seriously hurt. And you are a man-hater. Specifically a black man-hater. That's what you are. And you're not good at jokes, neither is Curry. You guys are cringeworthy. And I don't know how you got a show, but I guess all that complaining about how black men ain't shit paid off and Vice giving you a show. So I guess that's good, but I think you better do a better job or you won't have that show much longer. You'll be back on Twitter complaining about how these white people did you wrong. Or black people, somehow you'll blame black men, somehow. Everything she does comes back to blaming black men. It's like her thing. And there's a lot of that going on too, man. You know? Everything she does, she blames black guys for something. It's like horrible, man. Like, we get beat up on all the time. It's like what we do. Like, it's what happens. So it's definitely a lane there. Like, I never hear people like Jamel Hill who criticizes the black men at every turn. I never hear her talk shit about Candace Owens. Nothing. Never heard her talk about Candace Owens or Omarosa. Never heard her talk about Omarosa. Never heard her talk about, I don't know, remember the stuff for Trump morons? Remember them? Remember those two fools that would get up there? We stop for Trump. We stop for Trump. Ren and Stimpy. Remember that shit? Never a crossword did Jamel Hill type about those people. But let Ice Cube say something about talking to Trump about getting something for black people, and Jamel Hill goes ape shit about Ice Cube's a horrible sellout and black men are horrible or something like that. Anyway, this was a horrible segment. Go to hell, Jamel. And Curry doubled down and made it even worse by repeating. And actuality, I think Jamel was kind of joking, but it was horrible. And then Curry tried to get serious with a bad joke and try to act like she was a journalist about it or something. I don't get it. All right, enough. Next story. You know, Lil Wayne has a lot of fans. He has a lot of fans, and I get it, you know? People like his music. It's been years since I listened to Lil Wayne. Like, anything with Lil Wayne, you know? But a lot of people like him. A lot of people into his music. Lil Wayne's a moron. No, real talk, he's a real moron, okay? That's the deal with Lil Wayne. I don't know if it's his fault or not, but he's a moron. I don't wish bad on him. I don't wish bad on anybody. Well, sometimes I do. Sometimes I do. But that's beside the point. Lil Wayne just got caught with a gun. Okay? Got caught with a gun. And he can't have a gun because he's a convicted felon. So he can't own a firearm. And he had a gun. He was on a plane, a private plane. And it looks like someone called the police and told him he had a gun in his bag. Because when he got off the plane, they were there to search him. And they found this gold-plated 45 or something with some bullet cartridges or, well, with some rounds or something. Okay, so he pleaded guilty to it. So it looks like Lil Wayne is going to go to jail and get some little time again. And some people were upset about it. And I just want you to know, I don't wish for him to go to jail, but I don't give a damn. Okay? I don't care if Lil Wayne goes to jail because Lil Wayne doesn't care about me. He don't care about my kids. He don't care about black people in general who are going through shit. You know? So a person like that, I don't care when they go through things. I don't root for them to happen, but when they happen, I don't miss any sleep. Get it? Like no sleep will I miss at all because Lil Wayne got caught up. And one of the reasons why I said, because some people don't know this, Lil Wayne, he said racism doesn't exist. See, he's so rich, racism doesn't exist. He actually said that. You don't believe me, man? Check it out. Check it out. This is why I don't like him.
It just sounds weird. I didn't know that you put a name on it. It's not a name. It's not whatever. It's somebody got shot by police and for up reason. I am a young, black, rich. If that don't let you know that America understands black matter these days, I don't know what it is. Don't come at me with that dumb man. My life matter, especially to my.
Do you separate yourself from it?
I don't feel connected to a damn thing that ain't got nothing to do with me. If you do, you crazy. You connected to this flag right. As I'm connected, I'm a gangbanger, man. I'm connected.
He ended our interview angrily.
Politician.
Lil Wayne is in the business of making music, not apologies.
See, Lil Wayne, right? Lil Wayne is about to be old Wayne, okay? He almost as old as John Wayne was before John Wayne. Lil Wayne is damn near 40 years old, okay? And that clip is a couple years old, but he was still in his mid-30s. How idiot, like how, you don't get to make the excuse that you're just young and dumb. Lil Wayne's not young and dumb. He's old and dumb, okay? He's old, dumb, and he looked like he was high, okay? And treating her like that was unacceptable to begin with. You're in an interview. You made comments. She's asking you a question. Like, what you thought she was going to ask you? More about your music? She don't listen to your music. Come on, man. So anyway, my point is this. Lil Wayne, who doesn't think racism exists, doesn't support Black Lives Matter. And look, guys, I don't support organizations unless I know a lot about the organization. I know who run them because we know how organizations can be, okay? But to not understand the sentiment and to be brought up in poverty and not understand police relationship with black communities is not that good. To come from like 4th Ward or 5th Ward, I don't know where he comes from exactly, but I know he talks about bad neighborhoods, guns, things like that. Okay, how can you not know the relationship between cops and black neighborhoods hasn't been good? And then be oblivious to like that whole experience and act like it's BS for there to be protests and these things. So Lil Wayne, to me, just demonstrates the type of person who said, I got mine. Screw everybody else. I got mine. Screw y'all. Get yours. I'm good. You know? I'm good, so screw everybody else. And a person like that, when their life gets jacked up and they get into a situation, like I said, I don't root for them to go down, but I damn sure don't shed a tear, baby, because he's the type of person who won't shed a tear for you. And as he stated when he was yanking the microphone off, he's not a politician. So he don't even think it's right to ask him about things relating to the black community. That's a person who doesn't get he should not get the support of the black community. If you won't answer questions or you won't offer your opinions of things that affect black people shouldn't support you. You don't get to be like a celebrity making music about the inner city and the struggles of inner city people, and then when somebody asks you a question about that struggle, you act like, oh, I'm not a politician, I don't got nothing to say. It's just, anyway. All right, screw it. Screw him, screw a situation. Stop carrying guns. If you're not allowed to carry a gun, don't carry a gun, dummy. You know? Guess you'll have to call up Donald Trump, who he just did a photo op for, and try to get out of, maybe you can commute your sentence. Maybe Trump will have your back, Lil Wayne. And I heard Trump had to pay him for that. Anyway, okay. I know, I'm just really punchy tonight, right? Last thing, and this right here, I saw this, and I like, you know, guys, this burns me up because it just goes to show you there is no justice. Have you seen this? Have you seen this? Person of the Year. Time made Joe Biden and Kamala Harris Persons of the Year. First of all, person is singular. So they changed the rules and did something they've never done ever, which is put a vice president in with the president in Person of the Year awards. They've never done it, but they feel that Joe Biden and Kamala Harris have done so much for the country that they should get Person of the Year. Folks, here's the deal. Here's the deal about this. They haven't actually done the damn thing yet. They haven't even taken office yet. They've done nothing yet for anyone except themselves. They have done absolutely nothing. Nothing. They haven't even assumed the job yet. How do they get Person of the Year when they haven't done shit? Nothing. Zero. They haven't even taken the job yet. That's like could you get Employee of the Year somewhere before you even start? That's how low the bar is for Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. Man, just be prepared, guys. Be prepared for a lot of ass kissing, man. Everybody in corporate media is going to be kissing Joe Biden and Kamala's ass. It's going to be this. Hold on, Kamala, I'll get you kissing your ass in a minute. Hold on, I'm still kissing Joe's ass. Hold on. Don't walk away, Joe. I'll be done with her in a minute. That's going to be kissing Joe Biden and Kamala's ass for as long as they're in office. It's going to be continuous. They're going to set records. They're going to set records kissing Kamala's and Joe's ass. They're going to get lockjaw. All of them. Lockjaw. It's going to be stuck like this. MSNBC, just. Everybody at CNN just walking around with duck lips. Person of the damn year before they start the job. Person of the damn year. Bernie Mac, what would you say to that? Oh, that son of a... I ain't scared of you, mother. That ain't my president. I'll split his head to the white meat. What I'm trying to tell you guys is just be prepared for it. Now, look, there were other people that were being considered for Person of the Year. Other people were being considered. Like some people on this list. Hold on, I think I got some. How about... Here we go. Ugh. They were actually considering Donald Trump. Lord have mercy. Anthony Fauci and frontline healthcare workers. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good nomination. George Floyd, racial justice movement. Yeah, they don't care about that. They don't care, man. Look, here it is. Here it is, guys. The only reason why they cover racial justice or police brutality, it's kind of obvious, but in case you don't know, for money. It's for money, dummies. You know, like I know the Wolfpack knows. I mean, the rest of the world, people that don't know, that's why they cover it. If it wasn't for us being a capitalist society, they wouldn't cover this stuff. You think they really care about George Floyd? No, they don't, Johnson. Just like they don't care about poor kids. They don't care about vets sleeping outside in the freezing temperatures on the street because they have PTSD. They don't care about families, whole families, living in the woods. And they're not camping, Johnson. Not by choice. It's because they got foreclosed on. Okay? They're homeless. You think Time Magazine gives a shit about that? No, they don't care. They don't fucking care. No. Dr. Fauci and the nurse, I think the nurses have put themselves in harm's way. You know how many doctors and nurses contracted COVID-19 trying to help patients who had COVID-19? These doctors and nurses who are afraid they're going to infect their family when they go home. The teachers. I mean, it's all the people they could have chose who have been busting their ass over the year, right? They don't give it to any of those people. They give it to the two people who have done nothing yet. Nothing in the job that they've been supposedly chosen to do. That's why I don't take them seriously, Johnson. You shouldn't take them seriously either. That's why you should always triple check these bastards, man. Horrendous. And a waste of time. They're horrible, man. Johnson, if it was up to me, as much as I have disagreements with some people in independent media, man, I still respect them a lot more than I respect these guys, man. Oh, man. They're ridiculous, man. All right, guys. So, look, phone number's right here, 319-527. 6212 is the number. Guys, we're not going to, you know what, I'll just run my promo. I'm not going to play music. I'm going to run my promo, then we'll go to phone lines. Start dialing in, guys, if you want to talk. You know? Things have changed, so this is a little weird for me, so. See if this works.
Black issues. How does that help your life? How does that help your family? How does that help the culture? They don't. The Tim Black Show is different. Most news shows are suspects. They don't focus on black issues. How does that help your life? How does that help your family? How does that help the culture? They don't. The Tim Black Show is different. Tim Black gives you news for people who can't stand the news. Real, authentic, researched, entertaining. On point. TimBlackTV.com. Join us today.
All right, Johnson, we're back in here. God, I can hear that really loud. All right, here we go. All right, let me go to my first call, 707. You are live. Freedom Friday. What's your name? What's your comment?
Tim, it's Gabe calling from Northern California.
Gabe, what's up, man? What's on your mind, my brother?
Oh, nah, shit, brother. I'm glad you have me on. Glad you're back. Glad things are fucking moving. So, I'll cut right to it, man. Basically, I seen how the House passed a legalization on marijuana, and I'm all for it. But I gotta say, I think it's kind of ironic. You know what I mean? Like, they've had the ability to do this for a long time, and like, it still doesn't make anything permanent. Like, this still has to pass the Senate, and it almost seems like with the Senate, the Democrats and Republicans are each like trying to lose. Fucking weird thing to watch. But I want to touch on something I heard you talk about the other night, and I want to talk about the infighting of progressives, leftists, whatever. I used to watch a lot of Majority Report, and I kind of stopped watching that because I just noticed that they go after other people like really hard. They come down on people that, like, for me, I'm not a highly educated person, you know what I mean? And I just, I've worked my whole life really hard, and but I don't have all of this. I didn't go to college. I didn't learn a bunch of shit like that, and it can make it really alienating as you're trying to learn things and you see how they come down on people in like this really repressive, arrogant fucking way. I grew up in the Bay, and it just reminds me of liberal arrogance that you see in rich areas, where it's like, okay, you grew up in, whatever part of North Berkeley, El Cerrito, whatever, and you're going to be out here talking down to people, from neighborhoods that fucking didn't have the opportunities that you had, and treating people like they're fucking stupid. And it's not only like damaging to people who are interested in learning about that shit, but I think it makes it harder for bridges to be built and for power to be gained for all of us, because we all ultimately, like, I like what Sam Cedar says sometimes, but I completely disagree with the way that he treats other human beings, basically. I've even seen him blow up on his own co-host, so it's like, I just, these are things I appreciate about your show, Tim. I look forward to going on every time I see you go live. Go on, throw that shit on, and enjoy it, man, because it's going to be good content, and you treat people with dignity and respect, and you legitimately try to hear them out, even when they're incredibly ignorant. So, just saying. Okay. So I appreciate you taking time to listen to me tonight, man, and
sure, man.
Have a great evening, yo.
You too, Gabe, man.
Back.
Thank you for the phone call, man. That's what's up, man. I tried to cut the volume up as loud as it'll go. They said Gabe was a little low, but Gabe was basically saying that some people are elitist. That's what it is, man. That's what it is, Gabe. You don't like a bunch of elite assholes, right? I can't stand them either, man. And I didn't grow up like that. You know what I'm saying? And the people that I rock with, the people that I grew up with, people that I know, my cousins, my brothers, my sisters, all my Johnsons, like, that's not how we roll, man. I wonder, I know my space, I know my role. I'm just gonna stay doing me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to go to war with people, but I get your point, man. And it's a shame because people are intelligent. They have some good points, but but obviously, there's an audience for it, or they wouldn't be successful, right? It is what it is, Johnson. I'm gonna go to the next call, Gabe, but thank you for holding on, man. I know it's been a long night. 647. You're live, Freedom Friday. What's your name? What's your comment? 647. Six, 647. So they hung out around for me for a long time. But maybe their phone is on mute, 647. I don't know. I don't know. I'm moving on to 815. 815, how you doing? You're live.
Yeah, I'm doing all right, Tim Black, man. How you doing?
I'm good, man. Who's this?
Oh, this is Chris.
Chris, what's up, man? What's on your mind, Chris?
What's on my mind? We, the people, the world, start protesting for, police brutality and stuff, but what I don't get in America is like, okay, we've been protesting all summer, but we vote in the top cop and lock him up Joe. That's what got me like, okay, how did that happen? I'm no Trump fan, I'm no Trump supporter, but I do know that he was willing to listen to Ice Cube and what he proposed to help us as a people. And Joe Biden pushed him to the side. So me, I'm looking at like, it's not what you say, but it's what you do that defines you.
Mm-hmm.
As far as I'm concerned, Trump, but when it came down to it, when somebody put something together and brought something to him, he was willing to, hear us out to see what we bring it to the table. What can he do to help? He was actually willing to do it. So on my end, I feel like we need to hold Joe Biden accountable for that crime bill. I feel like they need to hold Kamala Harris accountable for her prosecuting record. She want to prosecute single moms for kids who's, for truancy. Like, come on. Like, obviously, if she's at work, you send the police to a job to come lock them up because their kid's not going to school. She can't be in two places. I see what her intentions was, but the way she went about it was all wrong. And just, I ain't gonna hold you up too long, but I can go on and on about that. But support Nina Turner. If everybody listen out in Ohio, man, get her in there. And thanks for your time, Tim.
Sure, Chris, man. I appreciate your phone call, man, and I appreciate your points, man. I do want to say that I get your point, man. I was very angry that Ice Cube or Joe Biden didn't listen to Ice Cube, right? So he didn't want to. What they wanted to do was slap him on a panel with like 10 other artists, and But here's the deal, man. Joe Biden, man, he's not moving. Like last night, I don't know if you caught the show last night. I'll put the clip out tomorrow. I was hoping I would have it today, but I'll put a clip out tomorrow of my show last night where I talked about Joe Biden. There's some footage or a leaked audio from a meeting that Joe Biden held with some civil rights activists, with civil rights. Al Sharpton, the name is Cedric Richmond. I hope I'm getting that right. There was a number of people in civil rights who were active in civil rights who were on this Zoom call. And when you listen to Joe Biden's attitude towards civil rights, his attitude towards police reform, you'll realize, man, there ain't no room with him. But this is the thing. And I look, and I detest that, and I'm going to keep on pushing. I'm going to keep making noise. I ain't going to stop. But I don't think that Trump had really any intentions of implementing anything that Ice Cube really said. At this point, I do believe that Trump wanted to get more black votes. He made a strategic move that was going to, maybe help him in that regard. And maybe it did help. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I think he got 13% or something like that, maybe 13, 14%. So it helped him. But was he really going to take that and do something with that if he got reelected? I don't know. I don't think he would have. But we'll never know. Joe Biden, on the other hand, I think he knew he was going to win. And he didn't feel like he needed to make that move. I don't know. I still disagree with it. I think he should have. But my thing has been and always has been, Chris, why weren't more people on Joe Biden from the gate? Like once we knew Joe Biden was the guy, or hell, before that, during the primaries, why weren't people coming out? People with large followings coming out and pushing Bernie Sanders and Joe Biden and Kamala Harris or Elizabeth Warren or any of them, pushing them to get programs or to build out their platforms more to represent. Now, believe me, I think Bernie Sanders had the strongest platform on a number of these issues. His criminal justice reform, thick, very robust. package. But that's neither here nor there, brother. Unfortunately. Thanks for shouting out Senator Nina Turner, man, because I'm with you on that totally as well. So, yeah. I'm going to go next call, 614. 614, you're live, Freedom Friday. What's your name? What's your comment?
My name is Martin, and I am from Ohio. I have more of a question and a comment. First, I want to say, I love the show. I've been watching for a while. Casey Goodson is my wife's nephew.
Wow.
And my mother-in-law is his grandma. And they've been dealing with this situation in the house, like, COVID, we can't get together with family and everything. And it's been crazy, but I wanted to touch on that because that's something I want to get back to later. But the toughest thing that I deal with right now is family, dealing with trying to talk to them about Joe Biden, trying to talk to them about these situations that we have now. CJ, as we called him, wasn't getting very much coverage. He's not getting very much coverage, and I feel that has a lot to do with Joe Biden being elected. I really do. I really feel like they're just trying to keep this more isolated to Ohio. Like my cousins in D.C. and my cousins in other states, they haven't really heard about it. But when I try to talk to them about it, they go so far as to tell me I don't understand politics when I sit and I invest all my time and all my hours into trying to understand and try to make things better. In fact, I was going to run for Congress in the 3rd District in Columbus, but when I found out about Morgan Harper, I don't know if you've heard of her. She's a Justice Democrat running against Joyce Beatty.
Okay.
And I was going to run in Columbus, but when I met her, I just started knocking on doors because I'm not going to compete with somebody with the same platform that I was going to go with. So I took myself a different route. What I decided to do was get into real estate, start buying properties, start learning finances, and I want to teach folks how to do the same thing. But they want you to pay when you ain't got no money, and that's the situation I found myself in. So I found some mentors and people to lean on for advice, and I want to start a each one teach one kind of thing out in my area, because I don't feel like politics can be a way of making meaningful change anymore. And I'm angry, but I can't be angry throwing bricks and rocks at a building, because that's just on the outside and they can just laugh at us through the window while we're acting a fool, basically. So, I'm going to try and work my way in and set off the firecracker from the inside, because then I can blow the whole thing up, and that's the moves that I'm trying to make right now. So I said all that just to lead into, I've watched videos and you've made mentions to how we can get in contact with you. And I couldn't go back to the old videos and figure it out, and I wanted to know if you could tell me so I can write it down, how I can contact you and your team so I can try to run some ideas by you, because I'm not with trying to do this and play by their rules anymore. We've got to start our own game. They got us in a constant checkmate. They got us in check, and they just keep putting us in check. They never checkmate us. So let's flip the board and start a new game, and the new game is the almighty black dollar. So, but yeah, that's all I really wanted to say.
Wow. Well, look, Martin, first of all, brother, I want to send my condolences to you and your family at this very trying time, brother. And we don't know exactly how you feel. I don't know exactly how you feel, brother, but I can imagine. So, yeah, I'm really sorry for your loss, brother. Best way to contact, as far as the contact, Martin, client care at timblacktv.com is probably the best way. because me and my, I guess you'd say my business partner, we both check the same mail. So we won't miss it. Best way to, to send something.
Okay.
But,
Yeah.
wow, brother. Wow, brother. I'm so glad to hear from you. And it's really tough, man. I lost in a totally different scenario, but I lost my dad like a couple weeks ago. And this whole COVID thing has everything upside down, man. And it's really a rough time for a lot of folks, and especially, I can only imagine what you guys are going through. Go ahead, brother. Anything else?
Oh, nah, yeah. I was just saying, like, I don't want to. It's like, he was my nephew by marriage. I only met him like a few times. I don't want to sit here and make it sound like we were like, at cookouts and family get-togethers together, anything like that. Like, I come home from work and he'd be over here talking to my mother-in-law. That was his grandma, and we chopped it up a few times. We weren't like super close, but I see how it's affected my grandma and how it affected my wife. So I've always wanted to call into the show. So I saw when you were going through it with your dad. My condolences there. But it's just like, now enough is enough. I have all these ideas in my head, and I keep watching people that are more mediocre than I am step into the position I feel like I'm supposed to be in, and I can't play that game anymore.
That's it. Hey, that's the story of my life, brother. That's how I end up doing this, man. I felt the same way. Like, hey, if these people can do it, why can't I? And so I definitely want to support that, man. But hit me up, Martin, man, and thank you for your honesty, bro. And it goes a long way with me, man. No real talk, no cap. All right, brother, you got it now. Thank you for the phone call. Wow, man, that's something. And I was telling Mrs. Black, I'm telling my wife, I said, when there's been a number of times when I've talked about things on the show, and people that are close to the situation, the actual people, they've reached out. You know what I'm saying? And it's not a new thing to have happen, but every time it happens, I'm still stunned by it. I don't know if people know about the story of the young lady who was killed in the military. It was a young brother who was killed recently on a base, and his family contacted me to do that story, and I did that story. I think Martin's right about them not focusing on this. They're not focusing right now on Casey. I think it's because, Mr. Goodson, because similar to Obama, they don't want this to be an issue right now. Like, they don't want that focus to be there. Now, if it was Trump, if Trump won, oh, God, guys, I got a feeling we've been hearing about it 24/7. And this is the type of thing that I was talking about and many others were talking about, but I talked about this. I said, when the Democrats get back in power, conversation gets shut down. Okay? That's part of the problem. People trying to build movements, trying to change their communities, they're going to have a harder time because the focus from the media just won't be there. Because this all leads back and blows back onto who's ever in leadership at the time. Technically, Trump is still the leader, but it'll be sitting in Joe Biden's lap. So, but anyway, thank you, Martin, and to the Goodson family, anybody related to Casey, once again, man, my condolences, and feel free to call me at any time or contact me. I'd love to hear the developments of the story from people who are impacted by the story. I know that the mom, I seen a news report where mom is very heartbroken, and they just want justice. That's all we want is justice. I'm going to the next call, guys. 647. 647? Hello. I don't know what happened with that 647 number, man. But I'm gonna go back down to 908. 908, you live. How you doing?
Tim Black, how you doing? It's Nate from New Jersey.
Nate, what's up, man? What's on your mind, Nate?
All right. First point is just a quick response to something that was said earlier, and that's that there's kind of a little bit of a war on intelligence and a war on expertise with a certain subset of people in this country. Like you're somehow less human or super elite or something. Listen to the dumb failure and grifter rather than doctors on subjects like COVID-19 or vaccination, et cetera, but that wasn't something I called to talk about. It's just something that popped in my head when I heard one of those earlier callers. It's 2 quick points. The first one is this democratic lie that we can't vote on Medicare for all because it would lose. And my response is, so what? Republicans have 1 million hearings on the same subject like Benghazi, or they take 1 billion votes to try to end the Affordable Care Act. But Democrats want us to believe that if they bring something to the floor of the House ever, it will be the one and only time from now until forever that they will ever have the chance to do so. And if they lose, that's it. It's lost forever. The truth is they're paid not to want it to pass by Big Pharma and the insurance industry. And I'm just sick of that shit. But, you know, it's just a grift. So the other point, the next point, and I know you talked about this already the other day, and but you know, the caller who just came in, it weighs heavily, and that is that, and I hate to use the word like trigger because it comes with a certain connotation attached to a certain subset of the young post-millennial and Gen Z community, but I'm using it. The only thing more triggering than seeing yet another dude, in this case, Casey Goodson, get lynched by the police, another black man get lynched by police at his own home, doing nothing wrong, is having to watch Merrick Burr successfully survive his behavior 2 hours north. Now, I don't want anyone to die. I don't wish they shot him. I wish they would stop shooting others. To accept it. I've been conditioned to expect that someone in his situation absolutely should have been shot. So when I see the utter depth of the white privilege at play there, it's just a lot to handle. Even though it's certain of how many times I'd have been killed as a black man in this country. And I didn't have to watch very far. 11 seconds in, hands on the steering wheel, no, dead. 17 seconds in, get out of the car. Man, you got a gun right there. Dead, no question. 36 seconds in, I'll send this dog on you. I'll shoot you if you do. At that point, all clips would have been emptied into the car. Not even time off. There's no point in even commenting on the remaining 2 minutes and 44 seconds of the video. That's all I got to say. I felt like I needed to say it somewhere out loud. It's just a lot. I'm exhausted. I'm damn near 41 years old. I'm just exhausted, man. I know you feel it. I know you do. I'm just exhausted. So I just wanted to get that out. Thanks for, giving us an opportunity to speak to the people, man. Thanks.
You got it, brother. Thank you for calling up. Thank you for speaking so well. I appreciate it, Nate. Nate's fucking right, man. Like part of what I do, man, I have to read comments, right? Because my Wolfpack comments, sometimes you need the feedback. Sometimes you need to know what the community's thinking. But God, I feel you, Nate. When I read comments of people making excuses for that guy, who threatened to kill the police. They didn't even tase that guy. Remember the other guy they shot in the back as he was walking to get in his car to leave? They shot him 3 times in the back as well. Paralyzed him. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the big threat that's walking in his own home is such a threat. Another black man walking into his own car is such a threat. Back turned, walking towards his car. Such a threat. This guy actually threatens them, and they're not threatened. And he has a gun. They're not threatened. It's not anything other than color. That's it. But if you ask Lil Wayne, because it was one nice cop one time that helped him and took him to the hospital, racism doesn't exist. And all cops are good. Even though that same cop that helped Lil Wayne, he was fired for what, Johnson? Abusing a citizen and repeatedly calling them a nigger. The same, everybody heard the little story Lil Wayne does about Uncle Bob, the cop that helped him, and that's why he feels the way he feels about cops. That same cop was fired for abusing citizens and using racial slurs while doing so. Back to your point, Nate. Yeah, sometimes, man. Sometimes it's like, I want to Calgon get away, bro, because this stuff really wears on a brother, because I actually do care about it. I care that this is the world that we're leaving to our kids. I look at my granddaughter's eyes. She's so innocent, bro. My man, family, I'm just like, Pop gonna keep fighting as long as Pop here. Because my Lala, my Nailani, my Lala deserves better. So does my Naomi deserves better. My son Chase, they deserve better, man. So I'm going to go next call, man. But I appreciate y'all being here, for real. Real talk. 310. Got a couple 310s. 310, you're live. Hello. Three 310. I don't know. I got a couple 310s. Maybe they think this is enough. 310, you're live. I'm going to go to the next call. Okay, 310, you're live.
How you doing?
I'm good, man. Yeah, I got you, man. What's going on?
How you doing? This is Smooth 80 out of LA.
Smooth, what's up, man? What's happening with you tonight?
Man, you've had some hellified callers tonight, my brother. They've been on point.
Thank you,
They
sir.
have been on point. And I want to know, did you hear anything about the party that was at the White House yesterday?
What a bunch of morons, man. No, I think I saw it, but I moved past it. Talk to me, Smooth. What's up?
Man, you know, I've been saying this, and I don't know if you remember, I told you Nancy Pelosi needs to get the hell out of town because she is a waste. Our tax dollars, could you believe these knuckleheads? Our tax dollars, man, paid for that party. Paid for that. They all out there happy as hell, and you got people that's getting ready to get thrown out of their house, don't have a job, can't get food. You know, I'm way older than you cats. I'm 67 years old. This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. And they worrying about how we going to please Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. These two knuckleheads. It is unbelievable. But the only good thing or the ray of light is if Nina Turner gets into Congress, all hell's getting ready to break loose. And they don't want that fire up in there. They don't like AOC. Can you imagine if Nina Turner came to the party? Oh, my God. Oh, but anyway, I'm going to get off here because I know it's other callers. I got so much on my mind. But the young man and you, and I send my condolences out to you guys because believe you me, I know how it feels to lose a loved one. I lost my because that was my best friend. So I understand where he's coming from. I understand where you're coming from. And until somebody feels that or lose that special someone in their life, they have no idea what it means to us. But Tim, I'm with you. I got my hat on, even though it's waggling on my head because it's a little too big. But I'm with you, baby. Stay strong. Keep doing what you're doing, man. We got to figure this out. We got to get you on main time media. If it means you got to keep donating to get your own channel on TV, that's what we got to do. Thank you so much.
Hey, man.
Thank you for being you.
Thank you, Smooth, for being you, brother. Like, look, you've been calling up for a minute now, man, and I welcome you, man, to keep doing it. And, yeah, man, we're just going to keep it real, Eddie. That's it, man. Smooth, we're going to keep it real, man. Good people, man. Good people. Next call. I lost that 310. Okay, 360. Okay. 360, you're live. Freedom Friday.
That's me. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, man. Who's this?
All right. My name is Jamel Mason. I'm out here in Port Orchard, Washington.
Gotcha.
Calling, I am actually a state coordinator / hub coordinator of MPP. Also, a quick shout out to inside of MPP. We've all been trying to get at you with this question that we're all kind of disgruntled about and kind of angry, Tim.
What up?
I watched you. The whole reason that I knew about your show or was able to be as involved with your show as I am today was because of you speaking at the People's Convention. I had never heard of you before, and I definitely was picking up what you were putting down. They just came out with this T-shirt, and I was about to buy it, saying, "Oh yeah, Tim Black's on there. I'm about to get this T-shirt, and your name isn't on there." So as a black man working my butt off for the People's Party, for a better good for all of us, I'm asking you, why aren't you on that T-shirt, brother?
Wow, brother.
As an endorsement. Like, we want you, we welcome you with open arms. I was telling everybody, yeah, Tim Black, he's, that's part of us. That's what we're working for. And I'm saying, like, as far as all these people with endorsements, why isn't the man that I'm looking up to in here, why isn't your name on that shirt? Is there, like, a reason or?
Wow, brother. Well, look, man, all I can tell you is that no one contacted me. I didn't opt out of anything. They just didn't include me. That's it. That's it.
See, and for me, that makes me angry. We appreciate, I know, I guarantee there's going to be people hitting me up saying, "Oh, we heard you on the show. We watch your show daily. We're posting your things in our chats and talking about, oh, you hear Black last night, what he was saying? Man, that guy, he just speaking truth to power, and we love it." But what I'm saying is, how can that not be running this show? Like, how could you be left out of that? I don't get that. So there was no falling out or nothing like that. They just didn't contact you.
No, nothing that I know of, man. I had a falling out with Jimmy Dore last year during the primaries when I felt he was being toxic to Bernie, about Bernie, and it just went too far, man. I spoke up about it, and ever since then, there have been people in the progressive community who don't, because Jimmy's such a big draw, people's like, I'm choosing Jimmy because Jimmy's bigger, so I was like, okay.
Yeah.
That type of thing has
Yeah.
been going on, you know what I'm saying? And I know Nick is a good friend of Jimmy, so, you know, and Jordan's a good friend of Jimmy, and all these people are good friends of Jimmy, you know, because Jimmy is good for business, even though they were Bernie
Yes, sir.
supporters at one point. So I don't know, man. And that's just me being guessing.
but
I don't
you-
really know, bro.
Yeah, well, you're good for me, and you're good for my people and what we're pushing for. We're pushing this black agenda in this group like no other. So I don't know how, like, it really pissed us off that you weren't on that shirt. And I just wanted that to be very clear. You know, we got some things going on right now. Can't really speak on it, but I'm hoping that truth to power really comes by the way for us black people in this party. We're making elbow room, and we're trying to make it for everyone, you know. But a voice like yours, man, I just don't understand how it's not in there. Like I said, it moved me to watching this show every night. And like I said, we certainly appreciate you and what you're doing.
Wow, brother. Well, thank you so much for calling up, man. I really appreciate you, man, for the thoughtful words, brother, and the praise, man. I appreciate it, and the support. And I hope that you guys, you know, bro, I hope that you won't be disappointed. It's just been my experience that the concern about black issues is really not generally running through these progressive circles. That's just been my experience, man. Most of the left, independent media, people don't like me to bring it. It's just truth, man. I was the only black guy in their fucking universe.
Yes, sir.
And I guess I got tired of being tokenized and not being actually elevated, or not actually been given the tools or the support needed to really take my thing to the next level. And I felt that whether it's explicitly or not, that some of it felt racist. That's just how I look at it, because that's just how I feel about it, man.
Yeah.
But anyway, bro, look, man, thank you for the phone call, man. I wish you the best. And keep me posted.
Yes, sir.
All right, fam. Wow, brother. And, you know, he's not the first person to question me about this.
90 seconds.
He's not the first person. I had a good friend of mine, Joyful Noise. Joy, who I used to, and she still does, because I kind of shut things down on my Facebook group just because it was, every time I turned on, I was getting these notifications from Facebook about content that was posted that was kind of, you know, the fact check this, that thing, and this person posted fake news, or some crap. I get a notification. So you know what? I don't want to lose the group.
60 seconds.
I used to have where everybody could post, so I kind of changed that. But she used to do the moderation in that group. She still may do it. She told me about it because she's a part of the same group this gentleman is, I think, working with the Movement for a People's Party. And look, guys, it's not, I don't want it to be this way. This is just the way it is, man. Like, I want to be clear, guys. I don't want to have to say these things about people in independent media, but it's the fucking truth, man. I'm not going to lie, okay? I'm not going to lie about this and how I feel about it and what I think really is going on. I mean, look around, you know. So we say we know that black people are discriminated against in corporate America, and about police brutality, but for some reason people act as if independent media is a different entity, and then all of a sudden it's no. So there's racism when we go work at an office job or somewhere, and people go, yeah, well, you know, that's America. It's messed up. When I say there's racism within our independent media, even in progressive circles, people act like I'm sacrilegious, like I'm blaspheming, like they don't get it. And it's the people don't want to accept that we're in America and these people are raised in America. And they have the same conditioning as other people. And when push comes to shove, man, it is what it is. You know, it is what it is. So That's why I was like, okay, I got to make some changes because I'm not going to sit around and let people disregard me because I ain't a kiss ass. And I'm not going to beg for support. And it's what it is. But yeah, sorry to be negative, man. But you guys like this, gotta keep it real, man. We don't lie to make people feel better, man. Yes, we don't lie to make people feel better. It is what it is. I don't know what's up with Nick, you know, but I don't know, man. Somebody decided. There's been a couple opportunities, a couple things that kind of went away all of a sudden. Like, oh, I was in the talks for this show and the talks for that thing and that other thing. And all of a sudden, those opportunities go away. I'm like, can't prove anything, right? Just, anyway, it is what it is, guys. 347. 347.
Good evening, Tim.
Hey, what's going on, man? Who's this?
Called in a couple of times before, and I want to go into too much of a rant, but a couple of things I want to address specifically with you, good sir. I understand what it feels like to lose a parent, and one in particular who I'm very close to, and so I extend my condolences to you. I don't want to go on too far about that. I'm sure you've heard it all before, but I do extend my condolences to you.
Thank you, brother.
Just measured by how great this person was. So, of course they're going to leave a vacuum, but, the greatest part is that you are a legacy. You've left a legacy. You're leaving a legacy, and you're doing well in itself on your own. What I can say is that a lot of the things that you're talking about that I'm listening to and hearing is just typical of Black people who are freedom fighters, who are working towards like their people's end goal of positivity. You are feeling that same effect when you say that you're frozen out of certain progressive circles because, like you said, you keep it real, but you're still egoless enough to support a movement that you know is good. That's just it's like a typical. It's seriously like the freedom fighters that Black people, Black freedom fighters, who were met with the Socialist Party back in the 1950s and 1960s, who wanted to use their plight, when it came down to issues of race. Oh, we're not racist. We're not racist at all. So I do appreciate you pushing and putting a light on that, I do. And frankly, again, I'm going to say that I really appreciate the fact that you allow this forum. I've used it a couple of times to rant and rave about things. But again, I really just want to show that, or tell you that I do appreciate it. And I know that a lot of people do. Once again, as usual, Black and talented means you're underappreciated. You work 3 times as hard and you get maybe somewhat of the notice. I hate to say that it's, same shit, different toilet bowls, right? It's the same thing, but, keep pushing, keep going, because you are making a dent. You are making your mark. You do your family and like us proud, and I really do appreciate that. I'm going to be quick about this in particular. I just wanted to, it feels like I'm in the land of Oz and the curtains keep coming up and everyone's ass is showing and the wizard is blowing some strange fucking priest. I'm using my language, but I'm getting raw with this because the fact is the Democratic Party is becoming undone just as Joe Biden is undone. People have been putting this guy as the support as he's the new great white hope, the hope for America. He's saying all this crap, but he never gives you any solid fundamentals or tangibles.
can't tell you exactly what he's going to do, but he can get upset at you and tell you what he doesn't want you to do. He can tell you all about the Constitution and how that's the only thing that we have. He can tell you all how powerless he is, but he can't give you any specific tangibles. And of course, you've got a progressive movement that is almost progressive in name and not necessarily in action, because they're not holding his feet to the fire. They gave it up like they were just fucking horny ass kids, just giving that shit up first time. Ridiculous. Not holding any feet to the fire, and now they look like they're freaking idiots because he's like, well, I already got your vote, and that's it. We look foolish, and it's weird. I'm sick and tired of being on the losing side, especially when we have better ideas. I've got the leader of the House who can barely speak, and who is the worst advocate for Medicare for all that I could even think of. We've got a co-chair who is just as bad. We've got progressives who are afraid to talk and speak out against things, or speak out against their own party members. We've got fools who actually thought that Biden was, or gave a damn about racial issues, when he is the architect of one of the things that has cost me, many of the people who look like me, my brothers, cost them time and cost them their lives with that fucking crime bill. And it is annoying to see how we keep going in this stupid circle. Like I said, like, it just feels like the curtains are coming up and everybody's just got their pants down and everyone's just like, what? You're not supposed to say anything. It is exceptionally frustrating. I can understand why people get upset. It's shows like this that continue to help push things and help me stay sane. And knowing that there are other people out there who are also feeling the same way. Being specifically black, progressive, is not necessarily the best light, because, you know, I'm expected to be a neoliberal fool who's like so happy that Joe Biden got in, that the great white hope that he finally Trump is out. And I'm like looking at them, I'm like, you know, between the two of them, the blood count that Trump has is probably a little bit less than Biden. And, you know, his family is garbage, and Joe Biden himself is garbage. And Kamala Harris herself is garbage. And the fact that she didn't prosecute Steve Mnuchin and destroyed a major portion of California's black wealth means she's garbage. And these are the people who I'm supposed to say I have hope for. Like, it's a joke. It's a freaking joke. A cosmic joke at that. So I am hoping for the best. I am, because it doesn't sound like I'm very hopeful, but I'm prepared for the worst, because I'm always prepared for the worst. Like, I'm a black man living in America. I have to be prepared for the worst. I know that my allies are probably going to cut my throat when they get the things that they want. It just is what it is. And I have to just be prepared and be ready. And what it sounds like is a bunch of fools who are not ready, and now they're looking like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this happened. Banana in the fucking tailpipe, as you say. So, this is Tim. I've ranted on long enough. Thank you very much for what you've done. Continue to keep going. You are a progressive hero in the black community specifically, and not just in the black community, but you are a name. And no matter what, like you said, no one's going to take your cornbread. You make your own. You do your own. Continue to be of your own.
That's right.
And it'll come.
That's right,
brother. Continue to come. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, brother, for the phone call, man. I appreciate it, and you're right. That's how I look at it. It's okay, man. No one has to give it to me. I'm gonna take it. You know, I'm gonna take it, man. That's it. That's what it is, Johnson. I'm gonna keep growing the wolf pack, and we're gonna keep doing it. We're gonna make some, and we're gonna get Nina Turner elected. That's what we're gonna do, Johnson. We're gonna get Nina Turner elected. That's right. All right. Yeah, guys. Yes. 727. You're live, Freedom Friday. Who's this?
Hey, good evening, Tim. It's Dimitri from Florida.
My brother. What's on your mind tonight?
Well, just going based on the last thing you said, I would like to say hello, somebody.
That's right. That's right, man.
But, you know, I want to touch base on just one particular issue. I mean, I did hear the listening to the audio released from the Biden speaking to the civil rights leaders, it didn't sit well with me. And to be quite honest, it really pissed me off. And another thing that really upset me, was, Dyson saying that Biden paid the debt owed to Black Americans. These high-profile Black people in corporate media continuing to say that, you get all viewers who actually absorb and digest that information. They actually start to believe it. And I believe that, if people who've been treated the worst in this country getting taken care of, that means all of us are going to be taken care of. It's the opposite of Reagan economics. It's the trickle up effect. I want to give a holler out to Chris, the second caller, for bringing up the Ice Cube point. Mainstream media was corporate media, as I like to say. They were hard on Cube for trying to get something locked down for meeting with Trump for Black people and their agenda. And, Biden wouldn't even take a meeting with him. Biden isn't going to do a damn thing for Black Americans. To me, it actually sounded like Biden has a lot of characteristics of Trump. He was yelling, condescending, shouting. He was lying. He said that the NAACP endorsed him 3 times, which is a lie. They've never endorsed him. And he just comes off so entitled. And, we know he's the author of the crime bill, and then you have the top cop in there, which actually worries me a lot. To me, it seems like we're going into a third term of Obama. Wall Street bought and Wall Street paid for. Yep. Biden and Kamala, they're using their tokenism and identity politics to usher in their new administration. And I saw a clip with Nicole Wallace, who worked under the war criminal George Bush, just fawning over the communications team, that it's all women. And just, this whole identity politics thing isn't working for me. We already know how corrupt our government is, and it doesn't matter if it's a man or a woman or Black or white or Hispanic or Asian or Middle Eastern in there. If you're still going to get screwed, if we're still going to get bent over. And as you mentioned, Tim, earlier, corporate media is too busy kissing their booty. They don't mention any of the ethical indiscretions or hypocrisy. The only thing I feel like is I'm actually hopeful for a future because of all the independent media, because the youth are more politically informed and engaged than I was at their age. I'm an older dude, and it took me, till my late 30s, early 40s, and now I'm 50 years old, 51 next month. And, they got a leg up, and that's what gives me hope. Hopefully within my lifetime, we'll see this progressive movement grow and actually change and take over. And that's what I got, Tim.
That's what you got, brother. Well, look, thank you for the phone call, man. I appreciate it. I share your optimism about the future if we can give them the right starting, the right start and the support that they need in order to make those changes, man. I think we gotta do all we can as well. You know what I'm saying? We have to set the precedent and do some of the pushing as well. That's what I'm trying to do, and I think that's what the Wolfpack is trying to focus on. People ask me all the time, saying, like, what do we do? What do we do? We're starting to do it, man. We're doing it right now. It's just it's slowly building. It's slowly building, and then, but we're doing something. we're giving people a forum to talk about these things, which creates relationships, shares information. You know they'd rather have us sitting around talking about what just came out on Netflix, right? That's what they'd rather us use these tools for. And what are we using them for? To get our politics right? That's something. And we'll continue to come up with other plans as we go on. You know what I'm saying? 915, you're live, Freedom Friday. What's your name? What's your comment?
Mr. Black, this is Mike in El Paso, otherwise known as the Shadow Mayor. How you doing tonight?
What's up, Mike? I'm fine, man. What's going on in your world, man? What's on your mind?
Well, a couple of things. First of all, it's never nice to laugh at people when they're feeling down and hurt and worried about the future. But in the case of these MAGA dipshits, I got to make a big exception because this whole Supreme Court thing just fell flat on their face. And our idiot go to jail, and we're going to have the Wolfpack and Dimitri and Texas or Florida that has the biggest group of boobs in the Capitol building. I don't know. It's something I'll never figure out. We got some real losers in Texas. And I also wanted to tell you in regards to an earlier call, I have your name on one of my shirts. I got a Johnson shirt. We're all Johnson.
That's what's
so
up.
I got your Johnson on my shirt, but it's not your Johnson, if you know what I'm saying, Johnson.
I know what you're saying, Johnson. Yeah, I get it, Johnson.
So let me ask you a couple quick questions. I'll let you go and get to the others. Would you let Dianne Feinstein drive a school bus?
Hell no.
I would hand her a running chainsaw if she was in my backyard. I'd be happy to do that, but I wouldn't let her anywhere near a school. How about dear Nancy? You think she's capable of driving a school bus? I don't see that. I don't. I don't think Trumpy could. He'd probably start hitting the horn and forget that he had kids in the back and drive them into a wall. And my last question for you is, and your listeners can straighten me out on this. Do you think Joe Biden knows that Kamala's black?
He might not.
Just wondering about that. Hey, thanks for coming to work, and you have a good night.
You too, brother Mike. Thank you for calling up, man. I appreciate the levity. And we need that sometimes, my brother. And yes. Wow, what a night, man. Kind of light night tonight. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I know YouTube's not giving out my notifications and stuff. So, guys, hit the bells. Let people know. Yeah. Worst time, man. It's like the worst time. Fucking YouTube, man. But Facebook's got my back. Thank you, Facebook. Thank you, Facebook. Thank you, Wolfpack. Thank you, Johnson, for calling in the show tonight. That's it. I have cleared the queue, and every once in a while, I'm able to do that. Gosh, man, what a night, man. I had to switch the damn software and do all this reboots, and maybe that's why people are like, I don't even know Tim's having a show tonight. I tell you, man, I try to fight through anything for Freedom Friday. I try to fight through anything because, as you know, Freedom Friday, that's for the people. Just like Tuesdays are. So if you're new to the show, Tuesdays and Fridays I open up phone lines because I got people that want to talk. And they want to talk about what's going on. They want to inform their neighbors, their friends, the whole community, the whole Wolfpack community. So it's really dope. So be back here on Tuesdays and Fridays for phones. Mondays and Thursdays, I just run through news stories. Try to keep everyone up to speed. So you don't have to watch MSNBC to get the news because they're lying to you half the time, and other times they're just telling you just what they want you to know, and there's no personality, there's no passion, there's no brutal honesty, there's just pretty people saying pretty lies. And you know, screw them. You know, we don't need that. We don't need that. And wouldn't it be something, guys, if all this adversity that we deal with, we end up being just where we need to be. You know? Sometimes that adversity that you have, this is how I look at it, right? You know? Because I used to hang with all these different people, man. And I thought they were my friends, but they really weren't, Johnson. They were not my friends. Because friends, eventually, hey, man, we're friends, man. This can't go on. Hey, friend, let me pick up the phone. I heard your dad died. None of them. Say they never were my friends, Johnson. None of them were my friends. None of them. Not a single solitary person. So all these people are like, Tim, you're being too hard on this. People are not my friends, man. I was dumb enough to think they were. But back to my other point. Sometimes the adversity that you go through, I believe, pushes you to be where you need to be and it helps you change or further grow into the person you should be and go the direction you need to go. So, instead of being that one black guy I had on the show one time, why are you over there? And look, maybe some of my viewers were like, why you keep going on shows that don't really support us? What kind of stuff is that, Tim Black? So, hey, man, it is what it is. I'm just glad I'm building the type of audience that I respect and that I care about, and it cares about me and cares about the issues that we talk about, and I'm all right with that. I'm good with it. All right, so let's go to chat, see if anybody made comments they want me to read out to the world because they couldn't call in for whatever reason. Because that's always important, right? That's right. Oh, we got some calls. We got We Curry Signs, Jim Garrison, all supported the show tonight. Thank you. Sheldon supported the show. Julie became a member. Julie, what's up? Welcome to the Wolfpack. What's up, Johnson? Welcome to the Wolfpack. Self-taught artist is in the house. What's up, self-taught? Schultz is in the house. Happy holidays and looking forward to your cornbread making bake special. I'm doing that tomorrow, Johnson. Mrs. Black has me working on cornbread tomorrow, guys. It's going to be fun, okay? And I'm going to get my grandbaby to help me, too. You're going to love this. Haru Naya. Stay true to yourself. Your voice is valuable. They will always try to marginalize black, independent voices. It can't stop you, though. Your platform will continue to grow. And do some good. You know what I'm saying? Like, the fact that we can do some good and impact lives and be voices, help people, help people be heard. These stories be told. That's important to me, man. Like, that's worth everything. I'll be a leper. Push me, ignore me, fine. Forget Tim Black. That's fine. If I get to help people and we get to do this thing the way we want to do it, and I can be real and true with myself, I'm with that, man. And how many people got jobs they can't stand that they don't get to be themselves? So at least I got that. You know what I'm saying? It's unpredictable. The pay ain't great. None of that stuff. But I get to keep it real. So for a long time I had a job where I couldn't do that. So now, now I can. And I can help people. Did I mention this show helps people? This show helps people. Bose Einstein says Biden needs to be pushed. He has no excuse under all these depths in the economy collapse from the Trump admin. Progressives need to come on strong now. But then they won't be able to get a show on MSNBC. Then they won't get called up on CNN. Dude, if they come at Biden, all their dreams go away. They can't do that. What? SK in the house. SK in the house. Thank you, SK. $50 from SK. Kelly M in the house. She said, happy holidays to the Wolfpack and the Black family. Wish I could give you all some cornbread. Keep your chins up. We aren't out of the woods yet. Tim, you're looking too skinny. I just been watching what I eat, man. And I was like, man, I want a treadmill, but those things are expensive, Johnson. Anybody got a treadmill laying around? I can't do it, man. I can't afford it, man. Like, I'm too big to get a treat when I'm 6'1", you know, and I ain't gonna tell you my weight, but it's considerable. But the good treadmills are too much, man. You know, it's like, come on, Johnson. I keep talking about changing over this phone system, guys. I have a thing to change it to a new system. Call-in studio. But I need to devote the time to actually make all the changes. And it's gonna have to get the bugs out of it, guys. You know, it's gonna, have to bear with me, but I'm gonna work on it. Owen Johnson. Tim, your show is truly a beacon of positivity and truth in the increasingly bleak and scary world. Thanks, man. Thank you, Owen. Wow, bro. All my Johnsons, man. I have the best. I think I got the best audience on the internet, man. I definitely have one of the most diverse. You know, like, when I say diverse, I mean people from different states all over the country and outside the country. Women, men, gay, straight, Latino, Hispanic, whatever, you know, I don't know, Mexican, Cuban. I got all these people, you know, black, white, Asian, native, indigenous. I mean, yo, we have a great audience of different voices, all talking about the same things: healthcare, jobs, end mass incarceration, you know, environmental justice, what water we could drink, right? Basic shit. We want better politicians that listen to us, not listen to lobbyists, right? People that's going to get in there and fight the good fight on our behalf. Fight for us, not the corporations. Real basic stuff, man. We're not radical. It's only because we have such a jacked up system that we seem radical. You know? You know, I got people that's going, they don't understand. Gosh, they don't understand, man, but it's our job to try to make them understand. This guy wanted to argue with me today on Instagram about the death penalty. Like, dude, we're the only country in the Western world that still practices it. But all those other countries are idiots, right? And we just happen to be the only country, no health care, and still has the death penalty. And you don't have a problem with it. All the other countries got it wrong, huh? They take care, look, they take care, they make so that every citizen or every member of their country can go to the doctor if they're sick. And they don't have to do what we've always had to do in my family. You okay? My arm hurt. Well, sit down. Go down and lay down for a while. Come back. Your arm still hurt? Yeah, my arm still hurt. Well, just keep laying down. You know, because we couldn't afford to go to the doctor. We could not afford it. How many people had families like that? You better take some Robitussin. What Chris Rock say? Robitussin. Yeah. So, I don't know, man. It's just like, look, dude, we deserve to have a justice system that doesn't prey on poor people, poor black people, to feel itself. You do realize that, right? You don't get that? And, you know, just because someone's black doesn't mean they know any of this stuff. So when someone black says it, something like, yeah, well, I think, you know, we can't just let people get away with crimes. You dumb fool. Read a book. Just because someone's black doesn't mean they understand how toxic our criminal justice system is. Doesn't mean they know anything about the facts, about where our criminal justice system came from, where policing came from, its creation, what it was created to do. Get slaves and bring them back. That's what it was created to do. And that's what it's still doing, dummy. So, but there are people who don't get it. And I'm trying, guys. I swear I'm trying to have more patience with them. But they're not my callers, man. Sometimes I just want to block them because it's like, gosh, man. I mean, you have a computer in your hand. You can't look up the problems with the death penalty. how discriminatory it is, how biased it is, how arbitrary it is. You are on a computer right now typing me this dumbass message. You can't look it up. You just tell me I'm wrong based on how you feel. You don't do any research. Our phones, like, dude, when I was coming up, Johnson's, when I was coming up in the 80s, right? A computer then wasn't as powerful as your phone is now. You have a computer in your hand, motherfucker. In your damn hand, you have a computer. You can't look up. Okay, so death penalty, pros and cons. There you go. Let's see, reputable place. Let's see. Okay. Here goes a study in Yale. Here goes a study in Cambridge. Here goes like something, dude. Instead, it's just about how he feels. I feel this way. Fuck you. You're too lazy. Either you're too lazy or too stupid, or you don't give a damn. Right? All right. Well, look, Johnsons, it's been a pleasure doing this show tonight. I rock with you. We got to deal with these ops. Got a lot of ops out here. I want all the smoke, and I'm going to be turning some fire on their ass. So know that. All right, guys. Shout out to Kamali and Andre, and shout out to K-Love and Mrs. Black for keeping my spirits up while I was working through this technical issue. And all the great callers tonight and everybody. Stay safe. Don't let nobody take your cornbread. And I'll see you on the next one, Johnson. That's right. Booyaka.
Most news shows are suspect. They don't focus on black issues. How does that help your life? How does that help your family? How does that help the culture? They don't. The Tim Black Show is different. Tim Black gives you news for people who can't stand the news. Real, authentic, researched entertainment. On point. TimBlackTV.com. Join us today.
The banana in the tailpipe. Don't be fooled by corporate media talking heads. Don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. Don't be fooled by corporate media talking heads misleading the people. Get your news and information from an entity that keeps it real. Tim Black. Tim Black is the host of The Tim Black Show. Independent news that leaves you informed, inspired, and sometimes entertained, but always in the know. Go to TimBlackTV.com and sign up today. The Tim Black Show is news for people who can't stand the news. See you there.